I'm a member of the midnight crew. I'm a night owl and a wise bird too. Home with the milk in the morning, singing the same old song.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the first and probably last ever Hoof Hearted Homestuck podcast.
What about the Homestuck game?
Listen, when that comes out, who the fuck knows? I don't even know when the fuck it's coming out. At some point.
In this distant future.
Yeah.
2010.
When it gets
2000.
done. So. God damn it.
The distant future 2010, where the humans are dead.
Of course. So, I'm your host of this fucking train wreck, TG. Joining me is the only other Homestuck in this group, Scott.
Yay, me. And Treebeard kind of, but he doesn't give it enough shits anymore, so...
He never caught up, so... Shrug. But, yeah. We're gonna talk about this dumb webcomic that we all love, because
this dumb webcomic that went for 7 years.
Yeah, this dumb webcomic that ate 7 years of our lives, but we fucking loved it.
And lost sleep over.
Yeah. Man, remember those late nights of getting ready to go to sleep at like 3 a.m. and then seeing that Hussey updated, and then staying up for like half an hour to read it?
Or if it was a game, an extra hour or two just to see everything in the game.
Yeah, God, those were something. Anyways, we should probably give some background on our Homestuckiness. So, Scott, tell the people when you started reading Homestuck.
Let's see. It was for me. It was like just after the Trolls were introduced. I think Megalovania was the most recent song animation thing that came out. I'm not sure.
Okay, I think that was in Act 4. I think. Someone will probably know everything about this and correct me, but I think that was in Act 4. So you were probably like 2 years into Homestuck when you started.
It's like I know for a fact the second year of Homestuck ended when I got in, so I know that for a fact.
Yeah. I started reading Homestuck back when Pickle Inspector ascended to godhood. Wait, shit, that was Problem Sleuth. Right. Yeah, I was around before Homestuck. I've been reading MSPA since Problem Sleuth was happening. So, yeah, I know, I'm a big fucking hipster and I've been here forever.
I thought Problem Sleuth got here with the Sepulturitude.
No, that was a different thing. There's a lot of ridiculous shit in Problem Sleuth.
Speaking of, you guys should read it.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
If you're watching this, you're probably a Homestuck, and if you're a Homestuck and you haven't read Problem Sleuth, what the fuck is wrong with you? Go read Problem Sleuth.
Even I read Problem Sleuth.
Yeah, it's way shorter, and honestly, it's funnier.
It's very silly, yes.
And but we're not here to talk about Problem Sleuth. We're here to talk about Hamsteak.
And trolls and things.
Yes, we're here to talk about kids in houses. And, yeah.
Or they're stuck in houses. Who knows?
Yeah. You know, they're just kind of stuck in their homes, you know? Like, it's crazy.
You guys are really dumb.
You might say they were Homestuck.
Don't care.
TJ, your house is a Homestuck house because you have a bunch of clowns in
there.
No,
I am not a Homestuck.
Oh, I'll gladly talk about TG's clown house.
No,
yeah, why don't you share about it,
TG? My clown house. I'm going to edit all the clown house out of this.
Items of Emmett Kelly Jr., you know, I feel like this needs to be talked about.
I'm not talking about my clown house. God.
Alright, we're done.
Like, I'm going to, like, wake up one morning, and I'm going to see just, like, writing scrawled on all of my walls talking about the clowns, and I'm gonna
Yeah.
realize that I had written it myself years ago and not known.
That's also a bad sign, because that means the world's about to end.
Yeah, you know, but if I had to play Spurb with anyone, yeah, I could probably pick a lot better teammates than you guys.
What if I get dragged into it anyway?
Can you please not be my host player? I would really appreciate it.
Oh,
I just,
you don't want me to accidentally dropping a bathtub in your room?
I really don't need that. That would be great, thanks. Anyway.
And I don't think I'd want you as my host player either, so it's about even.
Yeah, but we don't really have much of a plan for this podcast. We're just gonna talk about Homestuck in general, our thoughts on it, things that have happened, whatever, and you know, just kind of wrap everything up in a nice big tidy package. So, so yeah, let's talk about the thing that I hate when people say.
Skip the first 3 acts.
Start at Act 4. If someone tells you start at Act 4, or if you have told someone to start at Act 4, you're an asshole. Did you hear me? You're an asshole.
I mean, if you get tired of all the, inventory shenanigans that being repeated over and over again, it's like, okay, I realize this has gone on long enough. We'll just glance at it when the trolls get introduced.
Yeah, exactly. Like, if you jump to Act 4, I know someone who did this because they were told to. They had no idea what the fuck was going on, and they stopped reading after like 20 pages because they had no context for anything. Like, that's like telling someone to fucking skip to the 5th Harry Potter book and start reading there. Like, why would you do that? You're losing all context for everything. Fucking dumb. People are dumb.
Actually, I'd say watch all the S pages if you want to, rush through it.
Yeah,
It'll be in the first 3 acts if you really don't feel like, putting up with the inventory shenanigans.
Yeah, that'll get you a bit. Also, make sure you read each character's introduction, because that's kind of important.
Yes, because Davy, John, Egbert, Zeus, Smell Poop Lord is very important.
Yeah, fucking Zeus Smell Poop Lord is my favorite fucking Homestuck character.
That doesn't exist.
Yeah. But so the first 4 acts, I guess, because 5 is where the trolls' introductions are. The first 4 acts are pretty fucking good and important and interesting because, we see the kids start playing the game. We see the world end. We see we establish the relationship each of them has with their guardian, which is really important later. Like, very important.
Well, except Dad.
No, Dad is super important. Dad's the best. He fucking, like, pies shit in the face and punches dudes. Breaks down walls Kool-Aid Man style. Fucking love Dad.
But the Gushers.
Oh my god.
Okay, well, no, but his completely ordinary office.
Yeah, his completely and totally ordinary office with no strange things in it whatsoever.
Except lots of shaving cream.
Yeah. And, yeah, so that's all really important. We see the kids enter the medium. They go to their lands, they do some adventuring. You get to run around as John and hit shit with a hammer. Get to run around as Dave and kill stuff with a sword. I mean, it's all fun things. It's all interesting things. You know, you collect items and stuff. I'm pretty sure Wayward Vagabond is introduced in those acts. Like,
It's between the acts, between the intermissions. pretty
yeah,
much.
that's right. That's when he's introduced. So, like, there's a lot of important stuff in those opening acts, and people are just like, nah, skip it. Just skip ahead. Don't read that stuff. It's whatever. Fuck it. Just go meet the trolls. Lol. I'm helpful. No, you're not. Stop. Why? But then you do meet the trolls. The trolls get introduced in Act 4. Like, they don't get their names.
And this is how Homestucks took over conventions.
Well, no, because this is still when they're just talking online to the kids in Act 4. Act 4, they're telling them to do shit. Fucking Vriska. Was it Vriska or Terezi? One of them gets John killed.
Oh, that was Terezi.
It was Terezi? Okay. There's the timeline split, then Dave goes back and fucking fixes shit. Like, that all happens in Act 4. Some other important stuff happens in Act 4, but then Act 5 is the actual introduction to the trolls with Alternia Bound.
And when shit actually starts hitting the fan.
Yeah, shit starts to get, like, super real at that point. And, we meet a new group of 12 fucking characters.
We also meet the Midnight Crew.
We also meet the Midnight Crew in an intermission. The Midnight Crew is fucking great.
They are the best.
The Midnight Crew is so good.
They're the best characters.
I just want Hussey to make that as an actual comic, but I know he won't. Like, I'm glad that he won't, but I also want him to. It's a weird, like, I want it and I don't type of thing.
Well, I mean, it was stupid. It was taken out of the Problem Sleuth universe, because it was supposed to be part of that universe, but then it just became, it's Homestuck universe now.
Yeah, pretty much. And, yeah, so we meet them. That's more, that stuff that doesn't seem important at the time, but is actually really important. Yeah, we see more stuff about how, like...
We go through the troll session, pretty much.
Yeah, we go through the troll session. They do all the stuff. We learn about the hemo spectrum.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff that goes on in those acts.
Oh, we also learn about troll romance, the most important thing.
Yeah, troll romance. That, I mean, it, like, actually is really important.
Well, it's the most important thing for the Homestuck culture, because then it's like, oh, you could ship these people 4 different ways.
Yeah.
And it can, all 4 of them are canon.
Yeah. I refuse to get into many shipping arguments.
But yeah, you're happy Rosemary came true.
Rosemary is the only ship I actually care about, and it is still canon, even in the epilogue, so that's fucking great. I'm happy. So yeah, just shipping, that's a dumb thing that happens, but also neat. Because, you got your, what's it called? Your mate spritz and your kismacies.
Your Morales.
Yeah, your Morales and your...
And where the Clovers is, I forgot.
Yeah, it's the fucking, whatever, it's the
It's the cock block. It's the cock blocker, pretty much, the hate cock block.
Yeah, the hate cock block. It's great. So, yeah, that happens in Act 5. Then Act 6 is like 3/4 of Homestuck.
Yeah.
Because, there's Act 6, Act 1, Act 6, Intermission 1, Act
Yeah.
2, Intermission 2, 3,
Well,
4, 5.
well, this is when the Homestuck game kind of breaks quite literally because Terezi screws it up and breaks the disc.
Yeah, that did happen. And so, like,
And so we have the best host there ever existed. Doc Scratch tells us what happens.
yeah,
And
Doc
he is the
Scratch
best
tells us a
host. There
bunch of
is no
stuff.
better host than Doc Scratch.
He's got a bowl full of the Continue arrows. He's got a bowl full of black licorice Scotty dogs.
Which I want
he's
to
great.
actually eat, by the way, the
I
Continue
want-
arrow.
Oh, I want some black licorice Scotty dogs. I don't care about the Continue arrows. I just want some black licorice Scotty dogs.
The Continue arrows taste like blue Jolly Ranchers, because that's what I imagine they taste
And
like.
that's what they look like. But yeah. Then there's stuff with oh yeah, the scratch
Hussy
happens.
missions.
Hussy
Yeah.
shows up too. He does stuff. The kids cause the scratch because they realize they can't win in their session. So.
And then we have Cascade,
Yeah, we have Cascade.
which
where
crashed Newgrounds.
Cascade
That was
crashed fucking everything.
It crashed the site, it crashed Newgrounds. People set up a torrent so everyone could download it and watch it, because it shut down pretty much the internet for a few days.
It shut down everything Homestuck related for a few days and was kind of fantastic. But then they move on to the other universe. We meet this universe's kids. We have Roxy and Jane and Jake and Dirk, who are super cool. Well, I mean, Jake's not very cool.
Roxy's cool though.
Roxy's
the best.
super cool. Jane is a huge dork, but that's why she is great. I will also fight for this ship, even though it's not canon.
The John Roxy ship.
No, the fucking Roxy Jane ship. Fucking
Oh.
Cotton Candy. It is the cutest thing in the world, but I'm not like gonna fight for it to be canon because there's like clear stuff that makes it not canon, but I love it anyways. But yeah, so we meet the new kids.
Everything's going great for them, except they sort of screwed up.
Yeah, things are not how they're supposed to be. The session is
Pretty much a null session because
Yeah,
they didn't prototype the sprites at all. They just entered.
yeah. I think one of the sprites got prototyped once. No, I think two of them got programmed once, and two of them never got programmed at all. But
They
but
became
yeah.
troll ghosts.
Yeah, they eventually became troll ghosts, and that was a thing that happened. It was a weird thing. But we also meet Calliope and Caliborn during this section, the cherubs.
The cherubs who have their own way. Oh wait, no, that's not. They don't have the shipping. It's the weird green people.
Yeah,
the leprechauns.
the leprechauns. God, they're weird. Because let's be real here, leprechaun romance is just there because Hussy wanted to fuck with shippers. That is the only reason he introduced the leprechaun romance.
Well, except he explained it in the same vein as troll romance.
Yeah,
It's hilarious.
it's great. And then we also have the travels of everyone on the meteor, which is all
Which
the
are always
surviving
fun.
trolls plus Dave and Rose. Yeah.
Yeah, because Jade and John had to trap the spear of light through like the Hussy's the real world to break through the
Yeah.
other fenestrated
the
wall.
yellow yard. Jesus.
Yeah.
So yeah, they had to do that. So crazy stuff is happening on the meteor. They're crossing through dream bubbles. We're meeting the trolls' ancestors, which is a stupid term, but it's the only one that works.
It's because they're the descendants and ancestors at the same
Yeah,
time.
it's stupid, but it makes sense, and I hate it. I hate it because it makes sense.
Also, Mina Vriska's ship was adorable.
Oh my god, that was one of the cutest things. But, the fucking stuff.
Also, Mina's the best ancestor. This is factual.
Yeah, that's kind of hard to argue. Uh, so yeah, we get a lot of exposition during this section because we get in the course of like 5 or 6 updates to Homestuck, we get 3 games where you play as Mina and wander around talking to everyone and learning everything, and it is
Also,
just so much exposition.
well, that's Cankry is nothing but exposition.
Oh my god. It's
If anyone's actually sat down and read all of Cankry's dialogue, I applaud
have.
you.
I did it. I read it all.
I couldn't. I'm like,
It was
did it take,
painful.
like, 20
No, it was
was it like
actual
10 to
painful.
was
It
it like
so
30
long.
minutes?
I don't even know. It was so long. Cankry is the fucking worst.
The thing is, Hussey had to actually put effort into writing long shit that doesn't make any sense that no one's
Yeah,
probably
it
gonna
was
read.
it was atrocious.
Also, he's the best social justice warrior.
Yeah, Cankry is something. And yeah, those are the 3 games with the Tumblr parody with the fucking
The Tumblr and Twitter
rebubbling.
parody. I
Yeah.
thought they were Twitters, but
Nah,
Twitter
it's a Tumblr parody.
because it's bubble.
Well, like reblogging and everything has tags and shit. So it was
Well, yeah, I guess.
it was something magical. But yeah, there's a fucking ton of exposition. They go through shit. They have all their plans to do whatever. Urania starts fucking things up, and
So does Lord English, by
yeah,
the way.
Lord English is also fucking things up. A ton of people die. Like, a
Well-
ton of people die.
Yeah.
Like, in the course of, like, 5 or 6 updates, like, I think Rose and Kanaya both die. Terezi dies. Gamzee dies. Fucking, Jake dies. I think Jane also dies. Roxy might have died. I don't remember. Just fucking everyone dies.
Everyone dies, and then John just fixes shit up
Yeah,
with
so
his
John-
stupid.
John is
Gets his-
fucking dreaming somewhere in the fucking dream bubbles and runs into Vriska and her pirate crew who are looking for a fucking treasure. And we have the interfission, which is great. The interfission is the best page in all of Homestuck.
Yeah.
Uh,
And the funny thing is, also, Mina doesn't understand, or not Mina, Rixus doesn't understand, like, ship rankings or whatever. She's like, I'm captain of this crew, and Mina's like, I'm an admiral, so you're beneath me, or whatever.
yeah, it is great. And then they find the treasure, and it's the Homestuck logo. And John sticks his
John
arm
touches
through it. And then he just goes and retcons shit throughout the entire series by sticking his arm into it. Which,
Yes.
by the way, I went and checked when that page was posted. Hussey actually went back and edited all of those pages to include the arm.
Yep.
It was fucking great.
Yep.
And but John like absorbed the power of this thing and got the ability to like retcon shit. Like he got the ability to
Which he
time
does.
travel without like breaking the timeline or whatever. So he does it. Terezi uses her mind powers to like give him a list of shit to do to fix things. And,
Which it's just such. Which the list is such a set of meaningless tasks that don't make any goddamn sense. But apparently they fix everything.
yeah. And the most important one being that John had to knock out.
Vriska.
Yeah, had to knock out Vriska and make sure Terezi didn't kill her. Because Vriska needed to be alive to help save everything.
Yep.
And so John has retconned everything. We no longer have all of those fucking deaths. Things are different across everything. And they start planning their attack on Lord English, pretty much. And they go through a lot of work figuring out what they're gonna do. They break off into teams to do different stuff.
Also, Dave Petta hugging Equius thing or whatever the fuck is the best thing.
Oh god, yeah.
You remember that update page?
That was a page I wish I could forget. But yeah, the sprites are all
More or less merged.
yeah.
Like Jasper's sprite merged with the Petta sprite, who merged with Dave's sprite.
Yeah, and then Rose is mixed with one of the sprites, and there's a lot of weird crap. There's a lot of crap that happened that is really weird.
Pretty much Grandma's sprite's the only one that's intact.
Yeah, Nana. Nana's great.
Yeah.
And,
Who's just Jane.
Yeah, it's just old woman Jane. And so they have all this shit happening. They're making all their plans. They split into teams to fight the fucking 4 groups of assholes who are coming in to wreck shit.
Which 3 of the 4 groups are just Jack.
Yeah, 3 of the groups are Jack. One is Beck Noir, who's being chased by PM. One is the Robo Jack, who has
The robot that's part of the Midnight Crew.
Yeah.
That Jack. Or I guess Spade Slick.
Yeah, that's Spade Slick. Then there's the Jack that has the oven full of the felt with him. Right?
And then Lord English Jack.
Yeah. So there are 3 Jacks around, plus the Condis, and then they all fight. They all fight, and the good guys win. And
Yeah.
it's all happy times. And then
And then
people
Homestuck
reunite.
became an anime.
Yeah, Homestuck became an anime. And people reunited, things are happy, they got their new universe.
Yeah.
And
The
everything is
green
good.
sun got exploded or black holed. I don't know how to explain it.
Oh god.
But it got black holed and got exploded.
Yeah.
Or imploded, I guess. Because considering, like, Calliope or alternate universe Calliope, who's just the Lord of Space, just fucked with the green sun and made it not exist
the
anymore.
Green Sun no longer exists. And yeah, that is a thing that happened. So now Lord English is not dead, but not an issue anymore. And Homestuck is over.
Yay! Except we still don't know what exactly the treasure did to him. It's not explicitly stated.
Yeah, a lot of people have like really
Different
huge
theories on
issues
what it
with this and
actually did
different
to him.
things. Even the two of us have wildly differing opinions on what we think of this finale.
Ending, yeah.
And
I don't think it's that great. TG adores it. That's
I
pretty much what it comes
really
down.
like it because
I did enjoy most of it. The part that did make sense was just what the treasure exactly did. That's never really explained, and that's kind of why I don't like the ending that much. I wish it was just more clear.
yeah, I imagine Hussey will explain more in the epilogue, but like you
Oh
said,
yeah,
that'll
there. Oh
probably
yeah,
be a
there
few
is an.
months down the road. But
Oh yeah, he did say there will be an epilogue update at some point, but whatever.
yeah,
Homestucks ended.
Homestuck is
Yay!
over, and yeah,
What a ride it's been.
it has been a wild ride. So, Scott, what is or was your favorite moment in Homestuck, in the comic
Uh,
itself?
oh, in the comic itself. Oh, I was gonna say Cascade because shutting down the internet for a while is pretty memorable.
Well, I mean that kind of counts, I suppose. That was a Homestuck moment. Uh,
But let's see. Try to. There's so many. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. I don't know. The whole Midnight Crew smashing clocks for no reason was
yeah,
hilarious.
that was a good one. Uh,
Also, Doc Scratch. Just Doc Scratch in general.
yeah, I have a couple favorite moments in Homestuck. The one I always go back to is Make Her Pay. That is probably my
Oh, right.
favorite animation in the whole series. Like Cascade is fucking great, and Collide is fucking great too. Like there's a lot of really good ones, but Make Her Pay is just so full of like meaning. Just like it shows how Vriska lost her eye and her arm. It shows how Terezi went blind. It shows how
Tavros
fucking
lost his
Tavros
legs.
died.
Oh, right.
Or no, it should yeah, how Tavros died. Or was it how Aradia died? It was how one of them died.
It was. I think it was out how Aradia died and became a robot.
Yeah, and so it it just shows how so many fucking things happened, and it's fucking great. Make Her Pay is my favorite animation in the whole series.
Actually,
What?
Solux is the best. Because I like the fact that he's half dead.
Yeah,
That's just
Solix
how he
is a thing.
The fact that Solux exists is the best thing.
He's
And the fact that he
great.
actually had two dream cells. Except
Yeah.
one died.
So, uh, also, like I said, the interfission is fucking wonderful. I just love it. It's good. It's great. I could watch the interfission over and over and over again.
The ones I go back to is Dave's bro just beating him down on the roof.
Yeah.
All three of those, because those are just hilarious.
Yeah, those are pretty great. Oh, the
Also the shitty Caliborn when he took over the updates for a bit.
oh my
The
god,
Caliborn
those were something special. I also really like it was in Dirk's introduction when you have to rap against the robots.
Right.
That was pretty great. Fucking Square Wave and something, I don't remember what the robots are called.
Also, I like they had a pair of sentient shades.
Yeah, he has the autoresponder.
That pretty much became self-aware.
Yeah, they start calling themselves was it Hal? Did they just call themselves Hal?
I don't know.
Yeah,
They called
it was
they
Little
just started
Hal.
calling themselves Dirk because they're basically just him.
Well, they wanted to differentiate themselves from Dirk, though. The autoresponder started calling itself Hal because, of course, it did.
Yes.
And but yeah, no, there's so many fucking great things in Homestuck. So, uh, I guess now let's talk a little bit about the community and the fandom and stuff.
We're gonna take over conventions, TG.
We already
That's-
do that. We've already been banned from conventions. Not us personally, but Homestucks. Like that's the thing. when you can't
Well,
have
every
a
convention's a
convention for
Homestuck
your
convention.
thing, yeah, every convention becomes your convention. So, you know, we're everywhere.
I mean, I've enjoyed bringing Fago to people cosplaying as Gamzee or other trolls.
Yeah,
Also,
that's always fun.
Fago becoming a culture.
Yeah,
That's
Fago is just like a thing now.
We're
It
no
is.
different than the Juggalos, TG.
I know. I know. Hussey got people to like unironically like Fago, and that I feel like Hussey has gotten people to accidentally become juggalos.
Yeah, that's true.
Like people just start mimicking Gamzee to the point that they just are juggalos.
Yeah. Also, we got Octopimp out of that.
We
That's
did get
nice.
Octopimp out of that. I am glad because he's fucking great, and I'm glad he's moved on to other things. Like he had a video like a few months ago, maybe half a year now. I don't know, where he was like, "I'm not doing more Homestuck stuff. Like it was fun when I did it. It's not my thing anymore. I'm not gonna go back to it. So if you're just waiting for that, then this
Also,
is to let you
I
know."
like the third wave of Homestuck influx when it started infesting MLP
Oh my
everywhere.
god, that was
It started.
that was weird.
I'm like, wait a minute. There's all these references to Homestuck now in Pony. When did Pony fandom sort? When did they kind of intersect?
Yeah, it was weird. There were a lot of weird things, but like that's one of the things that's great about it though, because like a lot of people have been saying recently, and a lot of people said this on 413 to like, or to just like sum up their feelings on Homestuck. Whether you kept reading the comic all the way through, whether you were part of the community the whole way through, or you stopped part way, you met people, you
Well,
forged friendships, you like had a community, and there are people that you probably wouldn't know if you didn't read Homestuck.
the other funny thing is, it was also a secret cult. You just wear like a Homestuck shirt, and then other people say, "I like your shirt, nice Homestuck shirt," and then you become friends
Yeah, pretty
because it's
much.
like a secret cult. You just walk around in public with a Homestuck shirt, and people go, "Hey, you're a Homestuck, cool, high five."
Yeah,
That's
that absolutely happened like a bunch of
that's the
times.
Homestuck. That is the Homestuck culture. It's like hidden people that just wear these symbols that no one would get except other Homestucks.
Uh huh. And and yeah, like I absolutely have like a fairly sizable amount of friends who I wouldn't have ever even met. Like, there would have been zero interaction through our entire lives if it wasn't for the Homestuck fandom. So, I'm really happy it happened. It was really fun and worth it.
Yeah, it was it was a fun thing.
Yeah, and I think that that's the one thing to get out of the Homestuck fandom. Like a lot of people now, like they stopped being part of the Homestuck fandom or whatever partway through, and
Well,
they,
mostly probably because of the Gigapause.
yeah, either the Gigapause or they just like stopped caring or whatever, and they think back and they're like, oh god, I can't believe I was a Homestuck. That was so embarrassing. Oh no, but like
It's not
it's not
that
like
it was that bad.
it's really not like there's a bad bunch in any fandom, and the bad bunch in the Homestuck fandom was
Was
the
for
really
the
weird like
4chan Homestucks? Those
well
were probably the worst part,
they were pretty
maybe.
bad, but there were also like all the like evangelical Homestucks who were just like, have you heard of Homestuck? You need to sit down and read Homestuck right now. I don't care what you're
Or
doing, just do it, just
or
right now,
well,
right now.
that's why the meme is called "Let me tell you about Homestuck."
Yeah, it is. So like those people exist, but there's no reason to be embarrassed of being a Homestuck because if you were part of the fandom, I'm sure there's things that happened that made you happy. Like you met a person, or you hung out with someone, or you saw some cool art somewhere, or you made some cool art somewhere. There's a shit ton of artists in this fandom, so
And some of
you
them,
might be
their
one
art
of
was
them.
featured in some of the updates. So
Yeah, and that's the other thing, because Hussey cares about his fans. Like people always seem to have this thought that like Hussey is really ashamed of his fans, and he's like, "Oh God, why?
no,
Why are
he's
they
not. He
there?"
loves
But
them.
no, he loves the fans. He cares about them a lot. Like, as weird as some people can be, he's always like happy to meet fans. So
Well, it's also because he encouraged that weirdness by being crazy himself.
yeah, man. Remember that time he went on an adventure of filling out fucking online surveys to get a free trip
And,
to Olive Garden?
and then he got sick.
Yeah, then he got sick.
Yeah.
That was fantastic. He did it twice. He like the first time he stopped part way, and the second time he actually got to Olive Garden, and then he got sick.
And then there's his Forum Spring account and his
Oh my
Tumblr.
god. There's this fucking form spring which he deleted after like 2 days or something. Something ridiculously short because it was just flooded with garbage. Uh, then there was his fucking adventures in horse painting. That that goddamn
Oh,
horse
right.
painting that he owns. I'm really
Then there was-
curious where he keeps that.
Then he actually made a Caliborn with the fuck DeviantArt for that
I
update.
forgot about that. Yeah, that DeviantArt actually existed.
Yes. And then there's actually, the Dave blogs or whatever that actually exist as well that were in the comic.
Yeah, the blogs. There's also Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff. Like,
which you guys should read as
yeah,
well.
if you haven't read Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff, you really should. Because, I mean, it keeps happening. It keeps happening! Told you about the stairs, man. I warned you, bro.
Homestuck.
Yeah, Homestuck. It is. It's been an adventure. As Hussey said in the news post, 7 acts and 7 years. It's something. Like, this was a part of people's lives. Like,
7 years is a long time to have something running too.
yeah, exactly. Like, there are people in this fandom who have grown up with Homestuck, essentially. Like,
That's so horrifying
me
thought.
included a little bit, because, like, I was a teenager when it started. Like, I was in high school, and, now I'm almost graduating from college, so, like, it's been a pretty big portion of my life being in this dumb fandom. So, I don't know, it's cool. That's pretty much all I have to say.
I have a bunch of weird fandom moments as well from interacting with the fandom, so yeah.
Oh god, yeah. The fandom is special.
Yeah. I got into the Mafia community of the fandom and made friends there.
Oh man, that's rad.
Too bad they're like, the Mafia community is just taking up space on the forums. We're gonna get rid of it.
Oh,
And it was like, the fuck?
that's sad. Wow, I didn't actually know about that.
Yeah, if you've been to the forums, remember there's no more games section anymore.
I actually never spent much time on the forums. Like, I spent more time interacting with other people during Problem Sleuth, back when you could, like, actually input commands for Hussey to use. So I would actually, like, interact with people back then. But, yeah,
It did inspire a lot of Tumblrs, though, to, use the MSPA format or thing with command submitting.
yeah, there have been a lot of, pretty
Crossover
interesting
stuff.
things like that.
Like Homestuck.
Oh my god.
Homestuck's amazing.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that pretty much covers what we really have to say about Homestuck, right? You know,
Yeah.
we don't need to go for like forever talking about it. We talked about
Nope.
the comic, our feelings, the fandom, you know, that
Yeah,
type
I
of
think
stuff.
we could end this here. Or after, plugs and pimps.
Yeah, of
Watch our
course.
other shit, by the way.
Yeah, so since, as I said, and you can see, this is our first and only Homestuck podcast, we cover other stuff here at Hoof Hearted. You know, we covered Gravity Falls when it was on. We cover MLP, we cover Steven Universe. We're going to when they come back from their hiatuses.
Except everything's on hiatus,
Yeah.
so we have not much to talk about.
When
It's
they
just
come back
funny.
from their hiatuses, we're going to cover.
Hiatus.
Yes, they're coyotes. When they come back from their coyotes, we're gonna cover, you know, like Star versus the Forces of Evil, Rick and Morty, Star Wars Rebels, and like I said, Steven Universe, since that's still on hiatus too. So we cover a lot of things on this channel. We also do like movie reviews when we go see them together. We do.
Speaking of, we're probably gonna do a Deadpool review, I think, at some
Maybe?
point, as well
Who
as
knows? We'll do
Zootopia?
something. We'll do
Question
stuff.
mark?
We've seen a bunch of movies recently, and we should probably talk about some of them. I don't know.
Yes.
But yeah. So we do a bunch of stuff here. We also do coverage at conventions. We have one coming up literally this week, since I'm going to hopefully have this out before that convention happens. Oh god, I really hope I do, because I'm mentioning
Oh,
it now.
BabsCon is this week.
Yes.
I
I
won't
might
be there,
edit
but
this out
everyone
if
else-
I don't have this edited in time, but assuming I do have it edited in time, then I'll leave it in. We're going to be at BabsCon in San Francisco this
I won't,
week
sadly.
of April 21st to the 24th. We'll be there. Con is the 22nd to the 24th. So it's San Francisco, Hyatt Regency, SFO, hotel, whatever.
You take the shuttle off the airport and you get there.
Yeah, it's a nice place. It's a really fun con. Pre-sale is over for badges at this point, so if you suddenly are inspired to go, you can buy them at the door. But yeah, so you know, if you feel like coming to see us or whatever, that's happening. And yeah, that pretty much does it for us. We've been Hoof Hearted. I'm TG still, and
I'm still Scott.
yep, and just keep happening.
Yay!
It
Bye.
keeps happening.
Don't worry, we'll get to the bottom of the stairs eventually.
So.
Rise with the moon, go to bed with the sun. Early to bed and you'll miss all the fun. Bring your wife in trouble, it will never trouble you. Make her a member of the midnight crew.